That's the new intro music for Esteemed Broccoli. This morning, I'm going to be your host. I'm Geek. Jimmy is on a gig this morning, and so we have lined up a guest host for the show today to take Jimmy's place. This is someone who is also kind of familiar with the radio biz, and he's new to eSTEEMed. His name on eSTEEMed is Oozin Couth. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
Oozin Couth. I'm going to put up a...
I mean, there's a certain amount of couth that a person has, and I am just basically oozing with couth.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I've got a link that I'm going to be posting in the audience chat right now so that you can meet Oozin Couth on eSTEEMed. It's his introductory post. There's a picture of him. And he is going to be guest hosting today for Jimmy. And your name is Raven Entropy.
Well, yeah, I like, Raven Entropy. I mean, is that a classic name or what? I mean, I just took my birth name, basically, which is Raven, and added the last name isn't real, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
But the first name is real. Your
your
mother named you Raven?
As far as you know. I mean,
as far as I know. Okay, good. Well, welcome to MSP Waves. We thought that today we might do a little music and talk to Raven about his band. Also, I want to just get this in there real quick before we forget. MSP Waves Radio and its owners take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests, which would be you.
Yeah, that would be me then. And statements and show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the radio station or the people.
The material on this show is provided for educational and informational and entertainment purposes.
But yeah, what about entertainment? I mean, I'm bloody marvellous, I mean, you can spend all day with me and just go, whoa, that was informational, number one. Educational, number two, because I'm going to teach you some things about music today. And then, of course, entertainment. I mean, what could be better than
you?
Well, I'll tell you what could be better than me. Oozin Couth. I mean, we got a great band.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Tell me about your band.
Well, much like Spinal Tap, we have revolving drummers. And it reminds me of a joke. What we call a bloke that hangs around musicians. The drummer. See, what we call a drummer with a cell phone. Optimist. That's a good one. What do you call a drummer that just broke up with his girlfriend? Homeless.
Well, I should tell you, I'm not a rock musician by any means. I play the violin and the piano, but I do have one connection to your world, and that is that I went to high school with the drummer of Stabbing Westward. His name is David Sykott, so hopefully he wasn't listening to any of that, because that would probably offend him.
Stabbing Westward, what a great name for a band. I mean, it's got violence. It's got like
it's got direction,
like manifest density. Yeah, it's got that. That's a thing, right? I've been reading me American history a bit. There's manifest density.
Destiny. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. No, destiny. That.
Right. Not density.
That's the name of my bird right there. Destiny. Yeah.
Your girlfriend.
No, bird.
Oh.
No, actual bird's cockatoo. Yeah. No, not cock or two. It's one bird. It's just a cockatoo. Right. Okay. Get your mind out of the gutter there, geek. I mean, really.
Okay. Anyway, we got off topic a little bit. Tell us about your band, Oozin Couth.
Oozin Couth. Well, we've been together for, what time is it? About that long. Like I said, revolving drummers. I mean, we all got to have... Listen, we live in bloody Liverpool. I mean, not everyone around here's walking around, oh, look at that, it's Abbey Road, isn't it? No,
No?
no, no. 10 of the poorest districts in all of England are in Liverpool. So what we got to do is keep the masses, happy. So we formed a band.
You took it upon yourself.
To spread the love,
Okay.
to spread the love and a positive message, So, in a roundabout way, I mean, we so naturally we're on the charts, I'm real happy about that. We made the charts, all right? I mean,
Yeah.
look, wow.
I was reading your introductory post, and I saw that you
I didn't read. I haven't read this yet. I mean, what I mean is, I have my mum. My manager.
Your manager?
Yeah, she's here with me now. Yeah, she came in. She's right back there. She's making us tea.
Oh.
Go have a spot of tea in the first thing.
nice.
The first thing.
Thank you, Mum. Thank you, Mrs. Manager.
Oh, it's no problem. Yeah, she's a bit of a.
Well, anyway, I read your introductory post, and I saw
she's my manager. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I saw that you had a song on the Liverpool 500.
Yeah, reached all the way to 486. Of course, in Liverpool, 1 through 485 are Beatles songs to this day. So
That's got to be a handicap for another band in
Liverpool.
No.
We do a few cover songs of the Beatles, but we give them an edge. I mean, there's nothing like Octopus's Garden with a 3-chord progression, like Smoke on the Water almost, Octopus's Garden under the sea, it's just rocks, right?
Nice.
It's just rays.
Very nice. Uh-huh.
How come they only gave Ringo the underwater songs? I was wondering about that.
Maybe he likes
Octopus's
to swim.
Garden, Yellow Submarine, maybe. I don't know.
So
There's,
you have
there's really no place to swim. I mean, they throw a lot of bodies in the water, but there's really no place to recreationate. Yeah.
And I see that you have a new release coming out soon called A Wank and a Nod.
Release. Always laugh. Yeah, A Wank and a Nod. Basically, it's talking about our society and and the wankers that are bankers. Eventually, but we're giving them a nod because
You're
after all,
giving them a knob?
no, nod.
Nod.
Yeah, a wank and a nod.
Okay.
A nod is just sort of acknowledging that they do have a place.
The bankers?
Well, yeah, I got to say that. I mean, they're paying me.
Okay. Good. Well, it's nice to have you here today.
Right. Yeah. Great. It's cool to be here. I mean, it's been probably years since I've been on the radio. I mean, how many is this going out across the world then, isn't it?
Yes.
Hello, everyone in the States. Wait a minute, I'm in the States. Hello, everyone back home. No one's listening. It's like, what time is it there? I mean, it's yesterday. I'm on. Oh, I gotta call my mate and ask him who won the match.
Okay, well, why don't we do that while we're playing a song?
There's a pitch today. That means football. Oh, what do you call it here?
I don't really follow sports.
Grass hockey or something you call it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's too bad that Jimmy isn't here because he does follow sports. He could have talked about that with you.
Oh, you mean both sports, football and soccer? Both.
Both of them?
Yeah. Well, the two that matter, I mean.
Yes. Okay. Well, Oozin Couth, Raven.
The match is good. Go Merseyside Maulers! Sorry, gotta get a shout out to my lads,
Okay. So Raven Entropy has prepared a playlist to play on the show today. So
a playlist to play. Well, I've got some things to say about certain of these songs.
Okay.
I was a big fan of the new wave movement, especially coming out of Britain and Germany.
Well, and I read in your post, you're 47. So you were around back then. Mm-hmm.
Well, that post was written a few years ago. Yeah, but I'm around. I'm actually 50 years old.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you really were alive.
Oh, I was there. I was
Yeah.
there for the whole movement. I mean, I was there for Sid Vicious, and I was there for the Clash, and I was there for all those wonderful punk, pure punk bands that came out in the late '70s and early '80s. You had your Sex Pistols, you had Black Flag. You had the original Clash. They were wonderful before they sold out everywhere. But anyway, you had you had Sid and Nancy. I mean, going on, right? You had let's see, the Dayglow Abortions. Wonderful band, Dayglow Abortions. They were great. Their first album, Fetus of Fetus, is one of my all-time favorites. You had let's see. I mean, there was so many just playing one after another. You had your Violent Femmes when you first came out. And we would go. Here's something. I saw a bunch of your lads on the video. Right, I saw a bunch of your lads, or bouncing around and slamming into each other, or doing a rock show. Right, I don't remember who the band was, but they were heavy. And they were all jumping around and band. And this one bloke was being interviewed, right? And he says, "Yeah, we invented this thing, It's called a mosh pit." And I'm spitting at the television. I'm like, "You wanker! You bloody silly sod! We invented that in 1974. It was called slam dancing, and you come along with your tattoos and body piercings and think you invented it." I'm all better now. I got that out.
Okay.
But yeah, we invented that. I'm sorry. We invented the mosh pit. And it wasn't called a mosh pit, right? It's called slam dancing. And you go in there and you get all bloody, and then you just get thrown away.
In 1974.
Thrown out. Well, that's when we first started, the movement, as it were. I was a wee lad. I mean, in 1974, let's say I was told there would be no math.
Right.
I was young, let's say. But, in Liverpool, all right, I mean, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do but slam dance. Well, sometimes at dinner, my mum would be like, "Oh, let's get it." "I'm sorry, Mum, I'm doing your voice." "It's all right." She'd be like, "Hey, let's do some slam dancing during dinner." "You don't really sound like that, Mum, sorry."
Well, she sounds like a fun manager. So
yeah,
I see.
and plus she does me laundry, which is, that's great. She does me wash, and of course cleans up after me cat.
Oh, yes, I read that you have a cat.
Oh yeah, stupid Git.
Your cat is named Git.
Kitty Git, yeah.
Kitty Git, that's
Giddy
cute.
cat, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a fun cat. It's a big cat. He's large.
Is he?
Large cat, yeah. Weighing about a stone, full.
Nice.
That's not, like a stone, not like Keith Richards. But the
Like
unit,
a unit
of measurement.
of measurement.
Yeah, right.
Okay, good. Very nice. Well, I see that you have some Violent Femmes in your playlist.
Oh yeah. Well, let's just start with that one then. Shall we go right to a song? Hello, listening audience. This song by the Violent Femmes, one of my all-time favourites. I mean, how can you go wrong, right? With Violent Femmes, or the Vi Femmes, as we used to call them. That was good stuff right there. As they say in the States, that was good stuff. Right?
That was lovely.
It was lovely. I mean, how can you go wrong, right? I mean, I like a bit of Americana new wave. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing like the new wave invasion of the early 80s to sort of bring all the people that were not punk and not cheesy 80s American pop. So we got cheesy British pop in the form of new wave, and we've got cheesy German invasion.
Yeah.
There was Kraftwerk. There was Peter Schilling. There was Nina, non-Schech Luftballons. You know, that whole thing.
Hans and Franz.
There was Hans. What was their first number one hit, right? What was their first number one hit? Come on, you can do it. No.
No.
She's supposed to set him up, and I'm supposed to, you know, take a wicked googly at it, you know. But I'm not quite sure you understand the cricket references either, do you?
Not at
Not
all.
much, yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, they're little bugs that make a noise with their back legs, and one of them was famous, named Jiminy, and that's cricket in a nutshell for you right there. Mom, how's that tea coming? What you got for biscuits?
Well,
Is there anything in a tin?
I could bake.
Wagon wheels? Do you have wagon wheels?
I could bake something.
Yeah, what? You could, right? Oh, well, you can do that. We don't have electricity where I'm from, so I'm baking something. You know, basically, it's not done.
Oh.
Essentially, we don't have a whole lot of modern conveniences, as it were.
Modcons.
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 I thought that was that game you played with the Chinese. No?
Checkers?
No. Oh, swept the nation. Come on. I can't remember. Mahjong!
Mahjong.
Mahjong. That's what it was right there. Yeah. I know. We didn't have that sort of game, you know. We had, let's say we had Mumblety Pig. I don't know if that, you know what Mumblety Pig is.
No.
Oh, it's a game with a knife. Look it up. Mumblety. Come on. You can't be serious. So, this here next song I'm going to play is not really a new wave song, but they did play it on MTV quite a bit back in the early days.
Back in the day.
Back in the early the wooden days, as we used to like to call it. Yeah, when you know, the cell phone was a brick, and you know, if you wanted to go on the internet, you went down to the docks and you helped the fishermen. That was the only web that we had, really. So right here, yeah, so Local Boys Make Good. This band's been around since, I don't know, the mid-'60s. Had a couple of hits, but one of the few songs I really enjoy that features bagpipes.
Oh, awesome.
That was bringing back quite a few memories. Oh, by the way, you're out of toilet paper, tissue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Raven, I wanted to show you, this is our audience chat. We have a few people in the chat who are listening to the show.
Oh, great.
And
hello, mates. Hello.
And they
lasses, everyone. Sorry.
They type in their comments and questions right into this chat. And so one of our listeners today, Uniwisp, was asking, what do you think of eSTEEMed, Raven?
What do I think of eSTEEMed, Raven? Well, let's see. I'm not really familiar with how it all works, but I do know that my mum is very, very big on it, because she says because of this, she won't have to go get a third job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's a wonderful thing. So
she
I'm all
brought
for it. I mean, I'm all for it.
You're all
It
for it.
gives them more time to be attending to my various professional needs.
Right.
As a you know, she's my manager after all, so she makes all the important. She's by the way, when Jimitations asked me to be the host today, since I was in town, you know,
Right.
he also said that you fulfill essentially the same function for him, where you do every thing that needs to be done with STEEMed, right?
Right.
So
kind of like a mother.
so this is okay. I've got a question or two though about it. I mean, what is it? What is a STEEMed? Is it a place?
Well, it's a platform. It's a
So it is a place.
social-
Like we've got our own platform. We set it up. We call it a stage though. Called a stage. I don't know if they've got a different
Yeah.
sort of.
No, it's nothing like that. It's an internet website. It's
Okay,
a social networking website, kind of like Facebook. Were you ever on Facebook in your past?
No, I didn't get much into my face. No. Hey, Mom, are you on my face? Yeah.
I
No.
know-
What's it
Does she
again?
have a laptop back there?
Is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, she got to keep me blog going. I mean, really, in between making tea, which is late. Anyhow, right. Yeah. So apparently, it's a wonderful thing. Now, I see at the top of the page here, it says MSP Waves audience.
Right. We are on MSP Waves.
Oh, so that's what's carrying me voice, and all around the entire globo.
That's right.
Around the
Globo. Yes.
Globo, yeah.
I think Globo might be listening to us as well. Globo Cop.
Oh, Globo Cop. Loved your movies. They were great, Globo Cop. What with the robot and the cop and all the ultra violence and everything. You know, similar to A Clockwork Orange. Lots of ultra violence. I want to go to one of those milk bars. Oh, they have those here, right? You got the milk bar.
A milk bar.
Yeah.
I know we have oxygen bars here. Do you have that in England?
Oh, somebody's pull the other one. You've got oxygen. What you mean? Like you come in. I'll have a shot of H and a O chaser, please. Or that would be water. But can you get like extra hydrogen or something? What am I really? You know, I haven't got two coppers to rub together, and you bloody Yanks are over here going to bleeding oxygen bars.
Well, I have not personally been to one, but I know they exist. In California.
Yes, I'd like a bit of air, and I'd like to buy the lady over there a couple of sneezes. You and your lasses would like a sneeze, right? All right, I got one coming right up. Waitress! That's another thing. What's with the bloody tipping? Everywhere I go around these parts, someone's got their hand out. Like, and I'm not...
Capitalism.
You know, if let's say we were to have an oxygen bar, first thing it would be closed by the health department, I'm sure, because our oxygen, not very good over there. But we would not pay them for their service, which they are being paid for, and then pay them extra. Why would you do that? I mean, I got a tip. Get a job where you're not relying on the generosity of people like me. There's a tip for you. We call a gratuity. Shall I tell you about me story of Starbucks? When that bloke asked me for a tip, I spit in his tip jar.
Oh.
And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that said spit." Hey, I'm an anarchist. What do you expect? I'm a bloody nihilist, aren't I? Mum, tea!
I think that the word tip
Bruce a pot, Mum.
is an acronym for the phrase to ensure promptness. Maybe, apparently...
To ensure prompt service?
Promptness, yeah.
Oh, it was oh. Well,
So maybe you guys don't do things promptly in England.
well, we're not in a big hurry. Where are we going? We go into our job. That doesn't happen. You know, I'm gonna play another song, shall we?
Sure.
All right, this song's by the Violent Femmes. Added up. Oh no. I was just looking for another way to waste 5 more minutes.
That is a long song, isn't it?
Right. Well, I like this band. I enjoyed their music and their whole look. Although I am somewhat confused because no one in the band is named Thompson and there are no twins. So essentially, this song is true. All right, I've had it. Too commercial. Shout, gets those stains out. These are the stains I can do without. See, if they've sold out to a product, I'm not going to play them on my show. Or your show, Geek. I wouldn't insult you that way. You know what? Tears for Fears. Cry like a baby all the way back. I really like this song by them, though.
Okay, we're back.
Reggie! Your tea's ready! How many times have I told you to call me Raven? My name is Raven Entropy, Mum. Well, I'm not calling you bloody Raven Infantry. I don't care who you think you are, Mr. Big, too big for your britches. Here's your tea, dear.
Thank you so much, Mrs. What was your last name again?
It's Pumpernickel. No, it's bloody Pumpernickel, isn't it, Mum? Isn't it? I'm not having you call me Ragey Pumpernickel. It's Raven Entropy.
Raging Pumpernickel. That would be a good stage name, actually. Ooh, Raging Pumpernickel.
That'd be a good name. Well, you know what would be good? That'd be a good name for an album, wouldn't it? Raging Pumpernickel. I mean, talk about Oozin Couth, you got your Pumpernickel. But it's really angry Pumpernickel, about, Mom, what's for biscuits? What you got? Oh, we do. She found some wagon wheels.
Excellent.
We've got wagon wheels.
Yay.
I love those things.
Must have brought those over on the boat with you.
Moon pies. I like those as well. So, yeah, that was good, wasn't it? Did you like that song?
That does bring back a lot of memories. You and I are both old enough to remember this music.
What do you mean, remember this music? I can't get it out of me bloody skull. I mean, it's just there. It's in there. It's in me. I hear the new music. It's just that crap doesn't have any soul. Even the soul doesn't have any soul. I mean, I could write that song. Let's see, what rhymes with bitches? Riches. There we go. I've wrote me a bloody song. No. Takes no talent. Well, that's the problem right now, Geek. That's the problem right now, is that anybody can make music. If you've got a computer and a mum that is very willing, you can make a song. So listen, everyone out there that's listening in their mum's basement, which I was wondering if you had a room for that, so I don't have to...
Well, we're on the second floor. We have this apartment. It's on the second floor, so we don't have a basement, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah, no, I really must live in the basement.
You probably need to be underground.
Yeah, they tried to rent me the basement of an outhouse, and somebody made a terrible mess down there. So it wasn't for me. I mean, so obviously somebody didn't have a mom to clean up after them. So I'm going to play another song right now that really speaks to me. I think this young fellow had one of the greatest voices in all of the new wave invasion coming out of England. And Jimmy was a great man, as most Jimmys are. Yes, I can tell you why it sounds like Bronski Pete. It's because it is. Yeah, Jimmy was in Bronski Beat, G-Mux,
Wasn't he?
wasn't he?
Sorry. I couldn't help that one.
I found that you can do a proper British accent if you just ask a question at the end. If you just go, well, that's the way I felt, isn't it? Oh, well, we did that, didn't we? Well, we're sitting right here in your living room, aren't we? So, yeah.
So we're back, and
Great song.
so want to say hi to Crimson Clad. See, she is in our audience chat.
Yeah, that's why I said it's just no wonder it makes you think of Bronski Beat. Let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm. And G-Mux too. If you want to say hello to.
Oh, what's a G-Mux?
Many listeners. G-Mux is a very important person at Minnow Support, and he has his own show with.
Oh, this is a lad.
It's a person.
This
yes.
is
Yes.
I thought it was some sort of one of those robots, maybe.
He, you know what? He does run a robot, but not
He
being
runs
familiar.
a robot?
No, well,
This man's a genius. Did he make it all by himself?
not being familiar with STEEMed, you wouldn't know how robots work on that platform. But when
Well, sure I do. They're not allowed to kill humans. They're not allowed to cause harm to humans. I read Isaac Asimov
Asimov.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, yeah, we'll show you all of that stuff in time. Don't worry.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So
I'm going to pull up Raven's playlist again. He has made this playlist of all of his favorite music.
Well, some of my favourite music.
Some of his
I mean,
favorites.
I have a lot that really can't be played on the air. I mean, I know a song called "Fall in Love with Debbie Boone," and we can't play that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do have some that we can't play, but we do have plenty that we can't play. Now, this next song is very funny. When this band toured, they were called The Beat.
Mm-hmm.
Then they came over to the States. And for some reason, there was a band called The Beat here. So they had to change their name to what?
Bangin' Beats.
The double time beat. No, the sugar beat. It was actually changed their name to the English Beat. So apparently you would know where they were coming from. And this song is one of my mum's favourites. Mum, I'm playing the Andy Williams. She loves this. This was Andy Williams.
Oh, I remember him when I
Did
was
you,
a kid.
Did your mum like a bit of the Andy Williams too?
Yeah, both
he had
my
a show
parents,
on the telly.
Right. A lot of variety shows. You'd see him like a guest star like you are today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen him plenty on the BBC. Yeah. We got so our English Beat did a wonderfully melodic and.
They covered an Andy Williams tune, did they?
Well, no, they played it.
They played it. Okay.
Covered it. No, they didn't. They didn't bury it. They brought it right out. They dug it up out of the archive. Right? Oh, a cover to. Oh, right, I know that. I'm supposed to be in the music business, aren't I? Yeah. Well, your terminology is different than us. We call it digging up an oldie. Yeah, I really enjoyed them. I like that right now, anywhere you go pretty much in the States, you can find like a reunion tour going on, with they'll have like Simple Minds and Tears for Fears and unfortunately we've lost quite a few to time, to drugs, to AIDS, very different things. So me and my mates one night were watching a little show I like to call Monty Python's Flying Circus. And we were sitting there and we were just enjoying the show. And one of my favourite skits was the Unexploded Scotsman skit. And during that skit, they had a tennis match against a giant blancmange. And it was this huge pudding with a tennis racket against an exploded Scotsman. Now, that is all over the map. I understand it, but I said, what is a blank mange? What's blancmange? Oh!
You had never seen it written out.
I would never seen it written out before. So, until I saw this band. And then I went, wait, is that the thing? So this band is named after a dessert from a morning pie? No, it's actually all over France. They've got this dessert.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, my all-time favourite song, because, I know these blokes personally. I'll go a bit misty on that one. That one brings back a lot of memories. And we've lost 2 members of that band. It's going to be difficult sometimes to go back and think of all the people that we may have lost. But we can always think of this. We have lost a member of this band as well. Just a few years ago.
You lost a member of your own band?
Of this band.
Oh, the band that you are going to play from your playlist.
Yes,
okay.
yes. Devo means de-evolution. And that's where they got their... And I saw this band, they toured, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen before. The one bloke that plays this lead had a keyboard on a stand right next to his microphone, and during a certain part he would just slip his arm into the keyboard and pull it off of the stand and play it on his arm, and it was just the funkiest thing I'd ever seen. This was before everyone had a guitar. And so right now, without any further ado, we'd like to bring you Are We Not Human? No, we are Devo. Yeah, interesting, wasn't it? I mean, when you saw them on stage, and they were all robotic, and I remember the first time I saw them was on that show that's on Saturday night, Slate, Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were the musical guest, and that was the first time I'd ever seen them. And of course, I was absolutely enthralled, I should say, because they weren't human. Well, we got another great song coming up, and
they would do great on eSTEEMed, wouldn't they? Those robotic guys.
Well, according to Uniwisp, robots are taking over the world, and the humans are. According to GMUTs, robots are taking over the world, and the humans are helping. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, his robot is doing that.
Oh. Well, Muxie, how do you manage to program? Oh, it's not. It's GMUT. Muxie is the bot, I say.
Yes.
Look at Muxie bot. Muxie bot. Well, we actually have a request from Geek.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a song from the 80s that I like, so I asked Raven if we could play it.
Thank you. Did you hear that, Mom? Raven! Just like a professional will do it.
And so we're going to play that right now.
Right. Chains of love. Now broken. Because we did it together. And we've got Git. Hello, Git. Let's see if we can get Git to say something into the microphone.
Okay.
Hello, Git.
I think she was talking into the microphone earlier.
This is me kitten.
Oh, my. The dog and the cat. No, go away, Fleur. My dog. Oh, dear. Oh, now they're fighting. Go on, Fleur. Sorry about that, everyone.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
Live radio animals. I have a friend who does Fictioneers Workshop, and she knows all about that. She has animal issues, and we are having some animal issues as well. So, Raven.
Turns out they were fighting like dogs and cats.
Yeah, that happens. Luckily, we don't have any raccoons. My friend Rhonda, she has a raccoon. Sometimes causes problems for her radio show.
Yeah, we don't have much of those round about my neighbourhood. They're pretty good eating, you know. Oh, bit of humour there. If anyone's listening, we don't eat raccoons, Rhonda. We do not. But what we do is eat up everything Dale Bozzio. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
She's the lead singer of something.
She's the lead. And you got that. Oh, that was very cool. Right, Dale Bozzio, the lead singer of Missing Persons, and her brother Terry on drums, and a great band from the early 80s with lots of weird involved. She's a former Penthouse centerfold.
Oh, I love her already.
Yes, I love her. She's great. I saw them in concert. She was wearing a plastic bra and a tape recorder over the naughty bits. And that was it. And there I was, a wee lad. Oh, my. This is the first time I've been in love with someone named Dale. And so everyone, Missing Persons. Yeah, I did do a bit of mental hopscotching around. Yeah, Mum, remember that one time when I was watching the Missing Persons and you walked in? Ooh, that was quite embarrassing, but let's just say it was a song dedication. Yeah, that's right. That's when I installed the lock on the door, didn't I? She's mad because now she can't get to her laundry.
Oh,
without, permission.
thing.
So,
yeah.
This next song had to be one of the all-time fun songs to dance to and not watch the video. If you've ever seen this video, you will know why. Love the song. Love the song. I might not like her as well if we slept together, actually. She's not my idea of the most beautiful woman in the world. But, so after that, I think I need a palate cleanser.
Okay.
As it were.
Okay.
So, I'm going to play a bit of cheese. Banana with cheese. One thing about Bananarama, they themselves were Oozin Couth. Really, at every step.
Yes.
I loved the early 80s music and the look of all the artists, like I really liked like the whole Thomas Dolby thing and how he managed to take it. That was the first time a nerd, had ever really gone on to do something, in my eyes anyway.
In your eyes.
Shall we play? Well, after that really ugly woman, I think we should play a really beautiful man.
Okay.
So.
This was another favorite song of mine when
Yes.
I was young.
This
I
is,
used to
after
like
all,
to dance to this.
one of the best songs to smurf to. I don't know if you know what a smurf
To
is, but
smurf to,
it's a dance.
no.
It's not a little blue critter,
Mm-hmm.
not a little blue vomit at all. It's a dance. It's a dance that we used to do.
Oh, okay. Well,
This was a good smurfing song.
maybe we can see you do that right now. Too bad for all the radio people; they can't see this.
Yeah, really. Too bad. Good old Pete Burns. Well, he's changed a bit. He's changed a bit since then, hasn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he's had some work done.
He had a little work done. He's now become a 68-year-old Asian woman with, let's see, he's got the cat's eyes. Of course, he's got the lip implants. Here's another one of my favourite bands coming from the 80s, and it's my good friend Terry Nunn, who I had an incredible crush on. Actually saw them in concert as well. Opened up.
For them, did you?
No.
Did Oozin
Well,
Couth?
Oozin Couth was just a dream back then,
Just a twinkle in your eye.
Yeah, just a No, I'm not going to go there. I don't know these people well enough. Right. A little bit of Terry Nunn. If you have not heard this song, check out the video. It's very entertaining. I believe you still use the term, right? That was groovy.
Yes, some of us do.
Right. Well, we sure have had a lot of fun today, and I do thank you for having me. I mean, it was quite a trip over the pond. I mean, we hopped on one of those Buddy Holly killing planes, you know?
Oh yes, the small ones.
Yeah, took us about 12 hours.
Well, we do want to thank you for joining us and guest hosting for Jimmy today, since he couldn't be here.
I mean, he's off making money then, isn't he?
Yeah. But notice here in the chat that you've got a new follower. Gmux is following your new eSTEEMed account, so that's cool.
So what does it all mean, Basil, to quote Faulty Towers?
Does it all mean Basil? Well, it means that he will be watching for your next post.
Oh.
With eager anticipation.
With eager anticipation. Well, welcome. Hey. Oh, that's what they meant by the bloody signs backwards, isn't it?
Yes, yes. I posted a link to Raven's new eSTEEMed account, and apparently when he and his mother were making the post and taking a picture, the eSTEEMed sheet that they were holding came out backwards and flipped. So you'll have to maybe fix that.
It's a good shot. I mean, you can really see my ink there. We've got the flames. Look at the flames already apparent. You can see my my spider bracelet. There's my skull, and of course all my jewelry.
Yeah.
Well, except for the ring finger there. I don't have anything on that finger.
Because you're not married.
No, I'm married to my work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm married to my work. I'm married to my craft.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, Mum won't let me have anyone in the basement. So,
with you.
Yeah, so I can't have visitors, you know. So it makes it rather hard. I don't know. I don't know. You think we should play another song then?
Okay.
This one might not be exactly keeping with the theme for today's show of playing nothing but, 80s sort of new wave. But just like after Berlin and Terry Nunn was the palate cleanser for Romeo Void and Bananarama,
Yeah.
Well, this one's going to be a palate cleanser. We're going to get that cheese pop out of our mouths.
Right.
And fire it up a bit, shall we?
The bubble gum.
Yeah, we'll get rid of spit out that bubble gum and a chunk of black licorice. That's what we're putting in there, some black licorice. Just to make you go, wah. That was a good one. That was a good palate cleanser. That was great.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Well, the cat gets run off again. Yeah, she's not having it. She's not having it. She's shy of it. She don't want to be on the air. Maybe that's it.
Her.
So Oozin Couth, we're winding it down slowly but surely. But back to the invasions of the 80s, and I'm not talking about the Falkland Islands. Okay. I'm talking about which you have to be very careful how to pronounce, because you can't just go around saying, "Hey, we're invading the Falkland Islands," It just doesn't,
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to be very careful about how you say that. But the German invasion in the United States, Peter Schilling. Let's see, there was Kraftwerk, there was Nina, there was Falco. Don't turn around. You remember that one?
I do.
To Commissar. So Peter Schilling actually had collaborated with David Bowie on a number of occasions.
Did he?
Yeah. So he did have permission from Bowie to use his character and base this song and video, and in fact his entire career on this one bit of 80s cheese fluff. Been a while since I've heard that one. We're going to go ahead and play one more song, kind of in the vein of, you know, ultraviolence, and I'm glad we've not gone punk on this and gone new wave, because I could have gone punk, but no one would have really enjoyed that. These are all dancing songs, you know. I'm not going to play a whole bunch of things that people are going to just be like, well, that certainly left a bad taste in my mouth, didn't it? I don't know, I'm afraid, much about this band, other than I agree with the title of the band.
Okay. And with that.
I think maybe it should have been called Bowling Ball instead of Cannonball, because after watching the video, I mean, it was a bowling ball rolling through a bunch of grass and chasing children and so forth. You know, I really don't know how I feel about videos. At one point I said, oh, you know, it's an artistic expression, and then they just started doing things like, well, let's throw random images in there. There's a child picking a flower. There's a puppy dog. There's oh look, it's a guy in a strange costume walking down the stairs. And then he held up a sign that said, Entropy. Yeah! Yeah, and that's not a storyline. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I like them to tell a bit of a story, don't you?
Yeah, well, maybe sometime we could have you back on the show and we could play some of your music, some of the music of the Oozin Couth band.
Oh, good. We got, you know, Stinkfinger. I could do that one. That's a power ballad, but yeah.
Stinkfinger and Wank and a Nod.
A Wank and a Nod. It's gonna look for it, people. Look for it. You can download it. Buy my app. Oh wait, I don't have an app. Mom, that's not set up yet, is it? Well, get on it. Crikey, lazy woman.
Lazy woman.
Well, we'd like to thank you for having me, and you know, give Jim Imitations a wank and a nod, and tell him that I you know, I certainly appreciate this, and we're gonna go shopping down to the Costco now.
Yeah.
I understand that's a thing that you do when you come to the States.
Yeah. I'll be happy to take you over there.
Oh, great! Look at well, do I get one of those weenies? Those big weenies. The worst.
We can look for that.
We can look for big weenies at the Costco. Now I don't have to buy 6 of them, do I? I can just get the one.
More like 12, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excess. America's all about the excess, isn't it?
Yes, well, again, thank you for joining us today, Raven. Raven Entropy.
Not infantry, as my mom said.
Right, exactly. And your band, again, is called the Oozin Couth.
Yes, and remember, we are just Oozing Couth.
You are. And that's a brand new account on eSTEEMed.
It's Pumpernickel.
Yes.
It's Pumpernickel.
Thanks to Mrs. Pumpernickel.
Mrs. Pumpernickel.
For joining us as well and for making the tea. And now, we're going to close out the show and hand right off to Rondon, and we'll see all you guys again next week.
Mom, let's have that pudding!